Imagine taking a supplement every day thinking it's helping your body, but in reality, it could be silently making things worse. Magnesium is often called one of the most important minerals for the human body. It supports your muscles, your nerves, your heart, your sleep, even your mood. Millions of people take magnesium supplements every single day, hoping to sleep better, relax their muscles, reduce stress, or improve their overall health. But here's something most people never hear. Magnesium is not safe for everyone. In fact, for some people, taking magnesium can create serious problems if the body isn't able to handle it properly. And on the other hand, there are also clear warning signs your body sends when it desperately needs more magnesium every single day. So today we're going to talk about both sides of the story. First, the 4 warning signs that magnesium might actually be harmful for you and why ignoring these signals could cause real health issues. And then we'll talk about the 4 powerful signs your body is literally begging for magnesium every day. If you understand these signals, you can avoid dangerous mistakes and support your body the right way. Let's start with the first warning sign that magnesium might not be safe for you. One of the biggest red flags is kidney problems. Your kidneys play a critical role in controlling magnesium levels inside your body. When you take magnesium from food or supplements, your kidneys filter out the excess and keep the right balance in your bloodstream. But if the kidneys are weak or damaged, they can't remove that extra magnesium efficiently. That means magnesium can slowly build up in the blood to dangerous levels. This condition is known as magnesium toxicity. It's not extremely common, but when it happens, it can be serious. Early symptoms can include nausea, vomiting, and extreme fatigue. But as magnesium levels continue to rise, the symptoms can become more severe. Blood pressure may drop too low. Muscles may become weak. Reflexes slow down. In severe cases, breathing can become difficult, and heart rhythm can be affected. Many people with kidney disease don't realize this risk. They hear that magnesium helps with sleep or muscle cramps and start taking large doses every day. But if kidney function is reduced, even normal supplement doses may be too much for the body to handle. This is why doctors are very careful about recommending magnesium supplements to people with kidney conditions. If someone has been diagnosed with kidney disease, kidney stones, or reduced kidney function, magnesium supplements should never be taken without medical supervision. The body's ability to regulate minerals changes dramatically when the kidneys are under stress. Now let's move to the second warning sign, severely low blood pressure. Magnesium has a natural relaxing effect on blood vessels. That's actually one reason many people take it. It can help reduce high blood pressure by relaxing the muscles around arteries and improving circulation. But if someone already has low blood pressure, adding extra magnesium may push those levels even lower. Low blood pressure might sound harmless, but when it drops too far, it can cause dizziness, weakness, fainting, and poor blood flow to vital organs. Some people already experience symptoms like lightheadedness when they stand up quickly. For them, large doses of magnesium may worsen the problem. Magnesium also interacts with certain blood pressure medications. If someone is taking medication designed to lower blood pressure, adding magnesium supplements without guidance can amplify the effect. Blood pressure may fall more than expected, leading to fatigue, confusion, and fainting spells. This is why understanding your body's baseline health is important before starting any supplement. Something beneficial for one person may not be right for another. Now let's talk about the third warning sign, certain digestive conditions that make magnesium difficult to tolerate. Magnesium naturally draws water into the intestines. In fact, this property is sometimes used medically to treat constipation. But because of this effect, magnesium supplements can sometimes trigger diarrhea or digestive upset, especially in higher doses. For people with sensitive digestive systems, conditions like chronic diarrhea, inflammatory bowel disorders, or severe irritable bowel symptoms, magnesium supplements may worsen those problems. Loose stools, stomach cramps, and dehydration can occur if magnesium pulls too much water into the intestines. Not all magnesium forms behave the same way. Some types, like magnesium oxide or magnesium citrate, are more likely to affect digestion. Others, such as magnesium glycinate, tend to be gentler on the stomach. But for people already struggling with digestive instability, even gentle forms may cause discomfort if the body isn't ready for extra magnesium. If someone notices persistent diarrhea, abdominal cramping, or digestive distress shortly after starting magnesium, it may be a signal that the dosage or form is not right for their body. And now we come to the fourth warning sign. Certain medications can interact with magnesium in ways many people don't realize. Magnesium can bind to some medications inside the digestive tract, preventing them from being properly absorbed. Antibiotics are a common example. When magnesium is taken at the same time as certain antibiotics, the two can attach to each other and reduce the effectiveness of the medication. Magnesium may also interfere with medications used for osteoporosis, thyroid disorders, and some heart conditions. In other cases, magnesium can enhance the effect of certain drugs, creating stronger reactions than expected. This doesn't mean magnesium must always be avoided, but it does mean timing and medical guidance become important. Simply taking magnesium supplements at random times of the day without understanding medication interactions can create unintended consequences. So those are 4 warning signs that magnesium might not be right for someone, at least not without careful consideration. But now let's talk about the other side of the story, because for millions of people, magnesium deficiency is incredibly common. Modern diets, stress, processed foods, and soil depletion have all reduced magnesium intake in many parts of the world. And when magnesium levels fall too low, the body sends signals. The first sign your body may desperately need magnesium is frequent muscle cramps or twitching. Muscles depend on a delicate balance between calcium and magnesium to function properly. Calcium helps muscles contract, while magnesium helps them relax. When magnesium levels drop too low, muscles may remain partially contracted, leading to cramps, spasms, and twitching. Many people experience nighttime leg cramps or sudden muscle tightening during sleep. These cramps can be painful enough to wake someone from deep sleep. In some cases, magnesium deficiency may be a contributing factor. Magnesium helps regulate electrical signals that control muscle movement. Without enough magnesium, nerves may become overexcited, triggering involuntary muscle contractions. This is why magnesium is often recommended for athletes and people experiencing muscle fatigue. The second major sign of magnesium deficiency is poor sleep or difficulty relaxing at night. Magnesium plays an important role in calming the nervous system. It helps regulate neurotransmitters that control relaxation and sleep cycles. Magnesium also supports the production of melatonin, the hormone that tells the body when it's time to sleep. When magnesium levels are low, the nervous system may remain in a more stimulated state. Thoughts race. The body feels tense. Falling asleep becomes harder. Even if someone does fall asleep, they may wake up frequently throughout the night. Many people notice that when magnesium levels are restored, sleep becomes deeper and more refreshing. The body relaxes more easily, and nighttime awakenings may decrease. The third sign your body may need magnesium daily is persistent fatigue or low energy. Magnesium is involved in hundreds of biochemical reactions inside the body, including the production of ATP, the molecule that provides energy to every cell. Without enough magnesium, the body struggles to convert food into usable energy efficiently. This can lead to constant tiredness even when someone gets enough sleep. Muscles may feel weak. Physical activity becomes more exhausting than usual. Mental energy can also drop, leading to difficulty concentrating or staying focused throughout the day. When magnesium levels improve, many people notice their energy stabilizes. It's not a stimulant like caffeine, but it helps the body produce energy more efficiently. And finally, the fourth powerful sign your body may need magnesium every day is increased stress, anxiety, or nervous tension. Magnesium is often called the relaxation mineral. It helps regulate the body's stress response system and supports healthy levels of calming neurotransmitters. When magnesium levels are low, the nervous system may become more reactive to stress. Small problems may feel overwhelming. Muscles stay tight. The heart may race during stressful situations. Some people describe it as feeling constantly on edge. Chronic stress also depletes magnesium even further, creating a cycle where stress lowers magnesium levels and low magnesium makes stress feel worse. Restoring magnesium can help break that cycle by supporting the body's natural calming mechanisms. This is why many experts believe magnesium plays a critical role in modern health. Our bodies depend on it for muscle function, nerve signaling, heart rhythm, energy production, and emotional balance. But as you can see, the key is understanding when magnesium helps and when caution is necessary. Supplements are powerful tools, but they must match the body's needs and individual health conditions. Food sources remain one of the safest ways to obtain magnesium. Leafy greens, nuts, seeds, beans, and whole grains naturally contain this important mineral. Foods like spinach, pumpkin seeds, almonds, black beans, and dark chocolate can provide significant magnesium when included regularly in the diet. For people who choose to supplement, starting with moderate doses and paying attention to the body's response is essential. Different forms of magnesium also behave differently in the body. Some forms focus more on digestion, others support relaxation and muscle health. Understanding your body's signals is the most important part of the process. When you recognize the warning signs and the deficiency symptoms, you can make smarter decisions that support long-term health instead of blindly following trends. And sometimes, the most powerful change comes from simply listening to what your body has been trying to tell you all along. Some people begin taking magnesium, and within a surprisingly short period of time, they start noticing small but meaningful changes in how their body feels. It may not be dramatic like flipping a switch overnight, but the shift can feel noticeable enough that they start wondering why they feel calmer, sleep deeper, or experience fewer aches and tensions than before. What makes this interesting is that magnesium works quietly behind the scenes in hundreds of biochemical reactions inside the body, and when levels have been low for a long time, restoring them can make the body function the way it was meant to. Magnesium is involved in more than 300 different enzymatic processes. That means it helps activate systems responsible for producing energy, relaxing muscles, stabilizing nerves, and maintaining a steady heartbeat. When someone has been deficient for months or even years, the body has been struggling to keep these systems balanced. Cells have been working harder than they should, nerves have been firing more intensely, and muscles have been contracting more tightly. When magnesium becomes available again, those systems start correcting themselves. That correction can create the feeling that the body suddenly works better. One of the first improvements many people notice is a sense of calm that they haven't felt in a long time. Magnesium plays a critical role in regulating the nervous system. It helps control the activity of neurotransmitters that influence how excited or relaxed the brain becomes. When magnesium levels are low, the nervous system can remain stuck in a more stimulated state. Thoughts may race more easily. Stress may feel heavier. Even small problems can create stronger emotional reactions. When magnesium levels begin to rise again, the brain starts balancing those signals. People often describe feeling less tense, less reactive, and more emotionally steady. This calming effect is not the same as feeling sedated. Instead, it's more like the nervous system stops being constantly overstimulated. The mind becomes clearer. Breathing feels easier. Muscles in the shoulders, neck, and jaw may relax without conscious effort. Many people are surprised by this shift because they didn't realize how tense their body had been for so long. Sleep is another area where improvements sometimes appear quickly. Magnesium helps regulate the body's circadian rhythm and supports the production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for guiding the sleep cycle. When magnesium levels are insufficient, the body may struggle to move smoothly from alertness into sleep mode. The brain remains too active and the nervous system stays slightly on edge even when the body is tired. Once magnesium becomes available again, the brain's sleep signals start operating more effectively. People often report falling asleep more easily, waking up fewer times during the night, and feeling more refreshed in the morning. This happens because magnesium supports the neurotransmitter GABA, which acts like a natural brake for the nervous system. GABA slows down neural activity and allows the brain to shift into a more restful state. For someone who has been struggling with light or restless sleep, even a small improvement can feel significant. Waking up after a deeper night of rest can change how the entire day feels. Energy levels may improve. Mood may stabilize. Focus may become sharper. This chain reaction often leads people to believe magnesium has had an immediate effect, when in reality it has simply restored a balance the body was missing. Muscle comfort is another area where people frequently feel changes. Magnesium is essential for proper muscle contraction and relaxation. Every time a muscle contracts, calcium enters the muscle cell to trigger that movement. Magnesium then helps push calcium back out so the muscle can relax. When magnesium is too low, that relaxation process becomes less efficient. Muscles may stay partially contracted longer than they should. This imbalance can lead to tightness, stiffness, and cramps. Some people notice it in their legs at night, others feel it in the neck, shoulders, or lower back. Athletes sometimes experience muscle fatigue or spasms more frequently when magnesium levels are low. Once magnesium levels increase, the muscles begin responding to signals more smoothly again. People may notice fewer nighttime leg cramps, less muscle twitching, and an overall sense that their body moves more freely. Even small changes in muscle relaxation can make daily activities feel easier. Walking, stretching, or exercising may feel more comfortable because the muscles are no longer struggling to release tension. Another reason magnesium can create noticeable improvements is its role in energy production. Inside every cell of the body, energy is produced through a molecule called ATP. Magnesium is required for ATP to function properly. Without enough magnesium, the body cannot efficiently convert food into usable cellular energy. This doesn't mean someone will suddenly feel exhausted, but they may feel consistently drained even when they get enough sleep. When magnesium levels increase, energy production becomes more efficient again. People often describe feeling more stable energy throughout the day rather than sudden crashes. Tasks that previously felt tiring may require less effort. The brain also relies on energy production, so mental clarity can improve along with physical energy. Another reason some individuals experience quick improvements is that magnesium helps regulate blood sugar balance. Insulin sensitivity depends partly on magnesium availability. When magnesium is insufficient, the body may struggle to regulate glucose efficiently. Blood sugar fluctuations can create symptoms like fatigue, irritability, cravings, and difficulty concentrating. By supporting insulin function, magnesium helps stabilize those fluctuations. Blood sugar becomes more consistent, which reduces energy dips and improves focus. People sometimes interpret this stabilization as a general improvement in how they feel during the day. The cardiovascular system also benefits from proper magnesium levels. Magnesium helps maintain normal heart rhythm and supports healthy blood vessel relaxation. When magnesium is low, blood vessels may remain more constricted than they should be. This can contribute to elevated blood pressure and increased strain on the heart. When magnesium levels are restored, blood vessels relax more easily, improving circulation. This allows oxygen and nutrients to travel more efficiently throughout the body. Improved circulation can subtly influence how energetic and comfortable a person feels. Some people even notice improvements in headaches or tension-related discomfort. Magnesium plays a role in regulating nerve transmission and controlling inflammation in the nervous system. Certain types of headaches have been associated with low magnesium levels. When the body receives adequate magnesium again, nerve signals become more balanced, which may reduce the frequency or intensity of headaches in some individuals. Digestive comfort can also improve for certain people. Magnesium helps regulate muscle movement in the digestive tract. When levels are too low, the muscles responsible for moving food through the intestines may work less efficiently. This can contribute to occasional constipation or sluggish digestion. Magnesium gently draws water into the intestines and supports muscle contractions that move waste through the digestive system. For people who have been mildly magnesium deficient, restoring those levels may create more regular bowel movements and less digestive discomfort. The body simply returns to functioning as it should. Another area where magnesium influences well-being is stress resilience. The body's stress response system relies heavily on mineral balance. During periods of stress, magnesium is used more rapidly as the body releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. If someone lives with chronic stress, magnesium stores can gradually decline. Low magnesium then makes the stress response even stronger, creating a cycle where the body becomes more sensitive to pressure and tension. When magnesium is replenished, it helps regulate the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, which controls the body's hormonal response to stress. This regulation helps prevent stress hormones from remaining elevated for too long. People sometimes notice they handle daily challenges with greater emotional stability when magnesium levels improve. Situations that once felt overwhelming may feel manageable. This doesn't mean stress disappears, but the body becomes better equipped to process it without excessive tension. Magnesium also influences how nerves communicate with each other. The nervous system relies on precise electrical signals traveling between cells. Magnesium acts as a natural stabilizer for those signals. Without it, nerve cells may fire too frequently or too intensely. When magnesium is restored, nerve activity becomes becomes more controlled. This stabilization can reduce sensations like tingling, twitching, or nerve sensitivity that sometimes occur during deficiency. The brain benefits as well because balanced nerve signaling supports better concentration and mental clarity. Some individuals even notice subtle improvements in mood when magnesium levels increase. Magnesium participates in the regulation of serotonin, one of the brain's primary mood-related neurotransmitters. When magnesium is insufficient, serotonin pathways may function less effectively. Restoring magnesium helps support the biochemical pathways that produce and regulate serotonin. As those pathways stabilize, mood balance may improve. People sometimes report feeling more emotionally steady, less irritable, or less prone to sudden mood swings. Another reason improvements can feel immediate is that magnesium helps reduce physical tension that accumulates during daily life. Many people carry tension in their shoulders, jaw, or back without realizing it. Chronic low-level muscle contraction can make the body feel stiff and uncomfortable throughout the day. When magnesium allows those muscles to relax properly again, the body may feel lighter and more comfortable. Movements become smoother, stretching feels easier, even sitting posture may improve because muscles are no longer resisting relaxation. Magnesium also supports bone health by working alongside calcium and vitamin D to maintain proper mineral balance. Bones rely on magnesium to regulate calcium absorption and structural stability. While bone improvements happen slowly over time, maintaining magnesium intake ensures that calcium is used effectively within bone tissue rather than accumulating where it doesn't belong. Some people also notice improvements in exercise recovery when magnesium levels increase. During physical activity, muscles generate metabolic waste and microscopic damage that must be repaired. Magnesium assists in protein synthesis and tissue repair, which supports faster recovery after workouts. Athletes and physically active individuals sometimes feel reduced soreness and improved endurance when magnesium intake is adequate. Muscles function more efficiently and fatigue less quickly when mineral balance supports proper contraction and relaxation cycles. Magnesium even contributes to immune system balance. It participates in processes that regulate inflammation and support immune cell function. When magnesium levels are low, inflammatory responses may become more exaggerated. Restoring magnesium helps regulate those responses, allowing the immune system to function more efficiently without unnecessary inflammation. The reason these improvements can feel surprisingly quick is that magnesium deficiency often develops slowly over time. The body adapts to the shortage by making small adjustments across multiple systems. Muscles tighten slightly more. Sleep becomes slightly lighter. Stress feels slightly stronger. Energy becomes slightly lower. Each of these changes may be subtle enough that a person gradually accepts them as normal. But once magnesium is reintroduced and those systems regain proper support, the difference becomes noticeable because the body begins returning to its natural balance. Another factor is that modern diets often provide less magnesium than they did in previous generations. Soil depletion, food processing, and refined ingredients have reduced the magnesium content in many foods. At the same time, lifestyle factors such as stress, caffeine intake, and high sugar consumption can increase magnesium loss from the body. Because of these combined factors, many individuals live with mild magnesium insufficiency without realizing it. When they finally provide their body with enough magnesium again, multiple systems begin functioning more efficiently at the same time. Hydration balance also improves when magnesium levels are adequate. Magnesium helps regulate electrolyte balance alongside minerals like potassium and sodium. Proper electrolyte balance supports nerve signaling, muscle contraction, and fluid distribution throughout the body. When magnesium is restored, these electrolyte systems stabilize. Cells maintain hydration more effectively, which influences energy, muscle performance, and overall physical comfort. Some individuals also experience improved tolerance to physical stress, such as intense exercise or demanding work schedules. Magnesium supports mitochondrial function, which influences how efficiently cells produce energy under stress. When mitochondrial efficiency improves, the body can handle physical challenges with less fatigue. Magnesium's influence even extends to cognitive performance. The brain requires a stable supply of nutrients and balanced electrical signaling to maintain focus, memory, and decision-making. Magnesium participates in synaptic plasticity, which influences how brain cells communicate and adapt. Although cognitive improvements may be subtle, some people notice clearer thinking and improved concentration once magnesium deficiency is corrected. Tasks that require sustained attention may feel easier because the brain's communication networks operate more smoothly. Hormonal balance is another area influenced by magnesium. The body's endocrine system relies on mineral balance to regulate hormone production and signaling. Magnesium supports processes that influence cortisol, insulin, and other metabolic hormones. When magnesium levels are restored, hormonal fluctuations may become more stable. This stabilization can indirectly affect mood, energy, and metabolic health. Because magnesium participates in so many biological processes simultaneously, correcting a deficiency can create the feeling that multiple areas of health improve at once. Sleep improves slightly, muscles relax, stress becomes easier to manage, and energy stabilizes. Each individual improvement may be small, but together they create a noticeable shift in overall well-being. People who feel these improvements sometimes describe it as their body finally relaxing after being under constant pressure. It's not that magnesium acts like a drug forcing a change. Instead, it provides the mineral support the body needed to perform functions it was already designed to carry out. When cells receive the magnesium they require, enzymes activate properly, muscles release tension, nerves stabilize their signals, and energy production becomes more efficient. This coordinated improvement across multiple systems explains why magnesium can feel so impactful for individuals who were previously deficient. Their bodies were functioning below optimal levels in many areas at once. Restoring magnesium allows those systems to return toward their natural balance, creating the sensation that the body is working more smoothly again.